Mark is getting ready to leave for home when his cell phone rings. He sees it's Minji and quickly answers. He has hardly seen her since their last meeting.
Did I catch you at a bad time? If you are driving, I'll hang up and call you later, if that is okay?
No. No, I'm just… this sounds important.
Well, I am sorry to bother you about this now, but there is something important going on with the company and I wanted to give you a heads up.
She again says she can talk to him later if now is a problem. Mark repeats what he said earlier.
Well, it is kind of long, so maybe you should get home and I will talk to you later.
Hey, what are you doing for dinner tonight? Maybe we could discuss it then.
Sure, where do you want to go?
They agree to meet at the seafood warehouse in an hour. When they get there, Minji tells Mark that Brian is starting to get settled with his divorce proceedings and is getting back involved with the company. He, along with Dwayne and Kaylee, have gone to Portland, Oregon, where there is a small chain of 3 family-owned electronics stores for sale. Meanwhile, Liam, Corey and Jamie are in Spokane, Washington, where a small, one-stop family-owned electronics store is for sale. They see both stores as good fits for Technologic and excellent opportunities for expansion, particularly since the stores have been profitable and are being sold due to family reasons. As Brian stated when he took over the company, our strategic goal is to be the high-end provider of residential electronic product and services in the Northwest. Minji tells Mark that, among other things, an ad hoc planning committee is being formed to review our present organizational structure and make recommendations for how to incorporate the 2 new stores into our structure, to explore the possibility of establishing an ESOP for the company. After letting the information sink in,
Mark, they are going to invite you to be on the committee. What do you think?
Gee, this is a big deal. I just don't know. What do I know about this stuff? Can I say no?
Well, that is something you really have to think about. Joe and I can help you understand the issues surrounding structure and give you some information about ESOPs, but as far as serving on the committee goes, that's something you will have to decide.
Could you give me some basic information about this stuff so I have a bit more to go on? There is a lot to think about.
Sure, I have lots of time tonight. That is why I want to tell you now so you would have time to think about it and not make a rash decision.
Minji later talks to Mark about some of the factors that the committee would consider, like the growing geographic spread of the company, the culture of the acquired stores, the growing complexity of the company's environment, and other issues. Finally, she notes that there are some major characteristics regarding structure that would need to be considered, like the degree to which the control should be centralized or decentralized, the degree to which there should be formalization, how much standardization should there be among all the stores, what kind of chain of command should there be, and the degree to which there should be work specialization.
My guess is that your committee will have to determine which issue is the most important and how to tackle that. This is uncharted territory for the company, Mark. If you elect to join the committee, you and the other members would need to think carefully about these issues before making a recommendation. And you also need to consider that this may not be the only expansion. I am sure when Brian fully returns, he will want to expand more in the future, whether it is through purchasing existing companies or building his own.
Mark thanks Minji for informing him about this beforehand. Despite all the heavy information, he starts to feel more relaxed. Minji brings up volleyball and says she will try to make the next practice and possibly even a future game.
By the way, I had an interesting interview at your store. It was with Yao Jia Wang. She said that you guys were dating and she's hoping to rekindle the relationship. Boy, you got quite a girl there. She has got it all planned out? Your future is set.
Mark is flustered for a moment and then starts to negate the whole thing until Minji grabs his arm and starts giggling. Mark returns home late and mulls over all that was said earlier. Then, This thought occurs to him: my dad has gotten much worse and I'm not sure I can devote the time and energy to both being GM and serving on the planning committee. Boy, I've got some stuff to consider. Which one should Mark recommend to the committee as the most important? 1. Become more centralized as a company. 2. Become more decentralized as a company. 3. Become more formalized as a company. 4. Become more standardized as a company. 5. Have a tighter chain of command. 6. Focus on work specialization for the entire company. 7. Decline to serve on the committee.